Going back to EFC TV, this is the breaking news that Everton have completed the signing of French under-21 striker Thierno Barry from Spanish liga side Villarreal for undisclosed fee. It's a good sign, really. Fee, obviously, and the French under-21s international has signed a 4-year deal. With the Blues or toffees. It's just obviously Blues. Obviously with the Blues, keeping him at the club until June 2029. So, well done. No, Mavi, you know what? I think this signing is a good solid. Not good solid. Listen, in my opinion, I think this signing is a really good, like a really, really good solid signing. Because obviously, I think it's one. He's a young player. Obviously, he's a player that now. I'm just hoping the fans don't give him a hard time like they did with Moise Kean, because like I remember when Moise Kean, he had so much stuff in him, like the fans, pelters and all that. I remember what to do, but obviously, in my opinion, you know what? I actually really hope he does really well with us. He signed for 4 years, so you imagine he'll want to really do well for us, and we're hoping he does the same for us. He wants to do well for us, and we want him to well, because we do again. In my opinion, you know what? I think it's an absolutely. In my opinion, I think it's an absolutely amazing, absolutely incredible, brilliant signing. Again, a good, solid signing. He's a good, solid signing. A player that, he's a player that obviously has scored a few goals for Villarreal, and obviously in the liga he's done that again. I think he's a player that, in my opinion, I think he's a good, solid signing. A young player, he's learned. Obviously, he'll learn. Obviously, imagine. I think under Moyes, he'll learn. As he becomes strikers, he'll do that again. And I also think, he's a player that I think, he's a player that, has got loads of time to really improve, making sort of better strikers. So, so he makes, that's yes, it makes him, yeah. So basically, so it makes him a much better striker going forward. Scoring goals, he can score a lot more goals. Obviously, he can do that again. I think obviously no pull obviously is obviously Premier League, obviously. I see a Premier League, yeah. I see a Premier League, yeah. So no, obviously, man, not much gonna, but yeah, I think now. Okay, that's all. But you know what? I actually think it's good sign, because I think not really important, but I think the reason why he obviously joined us, or why we signed him, obviously, I think now imagine the pull obviously comes Premier. Imagine he's joined signed for us for obviously a reason. Obviously, you imagine obviously the Premier League is my sport, because obviously it's the Premier League. They say it's the biggest league in the world. They say it's the best league in the world. Well, I question that, because let's be honest, it's not really, is it? But obviously, again, the Premier League, obviously to players outside of England, obviously it's like, the Premier, it's that thing. So again, that's that, and obviously you seeing the fact, then obviously seeing the fact that Everton obviously were interested. He said, obviously thought, obviously you thought, Premier League, Everton a good side, and so I imagine that for again. But obviously in my opinion, I think it's a really good sort of sign, and hopefully he does well for us, and hopefully he does well for us, and hopefully 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 he does well with us, and he scores a few goals for us, and hopefully we pay we pay him back, he pays us back by I think hopefully we pay back when he scores goals, we cheer, we shout, whatever, right? And then obviously also and hopefully he repays us by scoring a few goals. But yeah, hopefully he will do well with us. But yeah, obviously welcome to the club, Barry, again with the club, mate, obviously, because it's amazing. Obviously, guys, let me know your thoughts, comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Obviously, what do you think of Barry? Do you think he's a good player, bad player? You've seen him play before, haven't you? Or if you're a fan of Villarreal, have you seen him? What's like going forward? Does he create chances to score goals? He does that. Does he do things like that? Does he do other things like that as well? Does he how's he assists and all that stuff like that as well? But yeah, obviously let me know your thoughts as well. Obviously let me know your thoughts as well below. Let me know your comments below as well. So for that, but yeah, yeah. So that's obviously all news for today, really, and also with and a few mates, not right after, let's take a minute off. We'll take a minute, we'll take a few minutes before we do the next one, but we're doing the Women's Euros round, the next round. Next round fixtures. We're doing next round fixtures for the next two fixtures we're doing for the Women's Euros as well. Got for that, we'll do that in a minute. But yeah. Obviously, yeah. Also, what your thoughts on Barry as well? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think we should have come with something better or anything for that, really? Yeah. Yeah. If I forget as well, you know what? I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to EFC TV at youtube.com. Obviously, you want to hear about okay, it's only about any like big news. You want to see any if you want to hear or see any breaking news videos, anything like that. And you also want to see exclusive videos you also want to see videos like some match previews, match reactions, obviously Match 11 shows, and obviously other great videos like that as well, good stuff like that. And you also want to see exclusive videos like Mike and Mike's 11 show with topics, obviously Mike and Mike's 11 show with topics, and then obviously great videos like that as well. And you know what? And you also want to see, and also I've got another a video I'm thinking of doing. I'm working on it right now. I'm almost done with it now. It's like a start 11 video. I'm saying it's a really good one what I've made. It's like a really interesting one. I think I've done before. No, I think I've done before now. I don't know, but I don't think I have. But it's one I'm thinking to redo. But yeah, as I said before. But yeah, as I was saying before, yeah. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Excuse me. Okay. You know what? And I'd really appreciate it if you would share it on Facebook, share it on obviously Twitter.com as well, so with that, and obviously any of your other socials as well. Obviously, don't forget to give a like, leave comments as well, and obviously, and also don't forget as well. Also, make sure you press obviously if you've not subscribed, press that button. Then obviously you press if you've subscribed already, don't forget to press the notification button bell as well, because then obviously you know about all the videos coming out, all that good stuff really. But yeah, so yeah.